What up, family? It's Jason Wrobel from jasonwrobel.com. That's W-R-O-B as in Bangkok, E-L.com. Here today with a raw superfood Pad Thai. Say it with me, Pad Thai. So our Pad Thai recipe here today is awesome because it has all the elements you would expect from a traditional Pad Thai. It's got the sweet, it's got the spicy, it's got the tangy, it's got the crunch of the veggies, the amazing sauce, and of course, the bomb diggity noodles. But it's going to be a superfooded out version with some super healthy ingredients. So with that, we're gonna do it in 2 stages. The first, we're doing the salsa. Okay, family, so the sauce we're making today for our Pad Thai is a little bit on the thick side. So I recommend you start with your liquid ingredients first. So let's start with a 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil. Then we're gonna do a soy-free coconut aminos, which adds a nice salt balance. Go ahead and add 1 tablespoon. Next up, for a touch of sweetness and to counterbalance all the spices to come, we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of our clear agave nectar. We've got a 1/2 cup of organic soaked sun-dried tomatoes, plus the soak water. You want to add all that into your blender mug. Next up, for a touch of vitamin C and tartness, add 1 full lime or lemon, whatever you got your hands on. Now for texture and extra protein and minerals and vitamins, we're gonna add a 1/2 cup of organic raw almond butter. We're gonna be adding some jungle peanuts here, and these are great because they're super healthy. They're fungus-free, toxin-free, super high in protein, vitamins, and minerals. They're the best peanuts on earth. I like to add, you know, a nice small to medium handful of peanuts to my blender mug. Okay, so next up we're gonna add 9 pitted dates to add a touch of additional sweetness. So what I want you to do is add 4 big ass cloves of garlic to your blender mug. Yeah, don't even crush them. Blendtec's gonna take care of all this heavy shiz. Then next we've got our triple threat of spice. We've got a tablespoon of fresh minced ginger. We have a 1/4 of a fresh minced habanero pepper. And then we also have a tablespoon of fresh minced lemongrass. Add all 3 of those to your blender mug. After you eat this tomorrow morning, please don't call me on my cell phone talking about how much it burns, because it's gonna burn. Oh, it's gonna hurt so good. So we're gonna add like a 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne. Why? Because I can. Before we blend this, I just wanna let you know, if you wanna dial down the spice level, feel free. You can leave out the cayenne, you could leave out the habanero, and it's gonna be perfectly fine. You can go from mild to wild in this recipe, depending on what you wanna do and, you know, how you want your colon to feel tomorrow morning. So with that, let's fire up our Blendtec Designer series and let it do its thing. You gotta listen to the sauce, and when the sauce is done, it's gonna tell you when it's done. Yeah, look at that. Man, I cannot wait to get to our noodles and our veggies. That's our next step. I'm gonna show you guys how to prep the noodles and the veggies, and we're gonna mix it with this scrumptious superstar spicy sauce. So let's get on to part 2. Okay, family, so dig this. As you may or may not know, I'm a huge fan of a product called kelp noodles. And this is what they look like. They come in a bag that you want to drain out the water, and there's a secret to getting the perfect texture of kelp noodles, and it is thus. You drain them out of the bag, you soak them in warm or maybe a little bit on the hot side water, let them sit overnight in that water. The next day, drain out that water, and then marinate them in olive oil, lemon or lime juice, and a little bit of salt, and vigorously massage them. Now to our kelp noodles, we're gonna be adding a variety of fresh vegetables, starting with 1 whole julienne red bell pepper. Toss it right into your mixing bowl. Next, we have 1/2 julienne medium red onion. Also add that to your mixing bowl. Then we have a handful of sugar snap peas and 2 thinly sliced green onions. Add both of those. Now you can have Pad Thai without fresh basil. Just chiffonade it briefly and add it to your mixing bowl like this. Now you go ahead and add the basil. So I just like to rough chop my cilantro. I like to leave it on the chunky side and throw that in too. And then take your bash and chop, because you can bash and chop. Scrape your ingredients like that. So what I like to do now is add just a few drizzles of toasted or raw sesame oil to the noodles and veggies like this. It is time to add our thick, spicy sauce to our Pad Thai noodles. Time to get dirty, folks. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to just make sure you get an even incorporation of all of the sauce, as you can see, just coating all of the noodles, coating all the veggies. And then once it's mixed, which just takes about a minute, we're gonna plate it and add some toppings to it. Ready? So now that we've got our pad thai plated, we want to add 3 final toppings. First of which is our organic raw shelled hemp seed. Then we're going to add a small handful, again, of our heirloom jungle peanuts. Final step, y'all, we're going to garnish with a little bit of cilantro on top. So family, if you dug my raw pad thai here today, give me a fat, spicy thumbs up and leave me a comment below on what your favorite Thai food is, and I'll try and cop a version here on J-Wro's show, yo. So I also want to thank Ultimate Superfoods and Ogio for once again hooking us up with the maximum superfood Thai flogio. This is Jason Wrobel from jasonwrobel.com. That's Jason, W-R-O-B as in Bangkok, E-L.com. Enjoy my pad thai recipe on your own. Share it with your friends and family. This is kind of like an Indian Thai melding. Anyway, I'm gonna go work on my dialect, share this with some friends, and I will catch y'all on the flippity flip side, y'all. Big, fat, plump peaches to you and y'alls. I'm out of here.